It's the
Ye-
most
so-
wintertide
What? Well,
time
yeah,
of the year. Christmas is what? 12 days away, dude. The 12 days,
12
it's the
days.
12 days of Christmas, dude.
It's the 12 days of Pex Pals, dude.
12 days. I actually saw a joke,
Yeah.
and it was like the 12 days of Christmas actually start on the 25th and end on January 6th with an insurrection. And
Oh my God,
yeah,
dude.
dude, it was so
Jesus Christ. I thought you were gonna go
stupid.
off on some weird like Catholic tangent because like
What?
real Catholic households don't take the tree down
Right, that's true.
until it's
Until
something with
it dies, really.
no, well, it's something with Jesus though. Like some
Oh, really? Is
people,
it?
I forget. I'd have to ask my mom, dude. I don't remember. There's too
Mm.
much like weird, like old school Catholic and new school Catholic have different like
They really
superstitions and
do.
shit,
They
which
really
is so
do.
strange. So
Right.
yeah, I don't
That is
know. I don't
funny.
know, bro. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
We would have the tree and it would stay up till like mid-January just because I mean, it still looked green. Well, but also
Yeah,
that's when the city came and they were like, "Put your trees out in the road." And so it
yeah,
was like
exactly.
and then you'd have like pine needles just all up and down your street, like, for
Yeah.
weeks at a time. Joe, are you texting?
I look at the chat and Dan's just spamming the word Nick Merckx. Like, fuck Dan, man.
Damn, dude. Nick
I know you don't want
Marks.
to say. I know you don't want to say it, but like, Dan, fuck.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm never
I
saying it
said it.
again.
I said
I'm
it.
saying
I
it again.
performed it. I conducted his wedding. I can say whatever the fuck I want about him.
That's true. That's true. Welcome everybody to this new episode of Pex Pals, the only Apex Legends podcast for the mediocre gamer. Check us out on all our social media platforms at PexPal Podcast. You can also email us at pexpalpodcast@gmail.com. Check out our website, pexpals.com, to see this live recording and links to the podcast on a couple streaming platforms.
As well as our Discord, our merch page,
That's true.
some maybe our personal socials. No. That's in the description of the show. Never mind.
That's somewhere else. Anyways, my name is Calvanio Manuel, my co-host here, the lead host, I'm gonna say, Joel
Huh?
Joe Cupcake, lead host of Pex Pals.
Listen, I thought we agreed on this a long time ago. Like, you're the brains and I'm the beauty, or was
Yeah, okay, that works.
you're the brains and the beauty, and I'm the brawn. No, that
No,
doesn't
no,
work
no, no,
either because
no,
I've
no,
seen you
no.
squat. So
That's right. I got the booty, so I'll be the brawn. You can be the brain.
basically, listen, we just got a fucking review where it's like Calvin's too mean to Joel. Well,
Yes,
like
that's
Calvin
true.
has all the value and I have all the entertainment. So, like, if you left that review, like, I appreciate you sticking up for me. But you're obviously missing the fucking vibe of the show. The review before that was great content, great knowledge, but you guys cuss too much. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Merry fucking holidays, okay? Like,
You know what I like about that? You know what I like
what?
about, like, social media, just in
What, Calvin?
general, is that, like, people get an impression of you, right? Based on,
True.
like, a 30-second clip
Oh
or
yeah.
something, you know what I mean? And then they have this whole perception of you and, like, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I think that's, like, incredibly interesting, you know what I mean?
Well, it's funny
Like,
to me because it's like every 15 episodes we do talk about how much we love each other and how long we've been
that
friends.
is true, and that's what I'm
It's
saying.
like it's like sorry this dumbass only chose the other 14 episodes to listen to. You know
Right,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like
that's what I was thinking too. I was like, how many times have I told Joel that I loved him on the show, and that I appreciate him on the show? Like,
a lot more than you tell me off the show. That's for
that's
fucking
not true,
sure.
Joe Cupcake. If I was wearing 6 T-shirts, I would take them all off and give them to you because
I know you would.
I'm a very small person, and
I know you would.
and 1 T-shirt wouldn't be enough.
As long as it's the one you work out that booty in, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Listen,
yes.
listeners. I don't know how many of you do like. Most of you probably don't follow Calvin on Instagram, but like he has got a fucking dumper, dude. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Anyways, enough about Calvin's nice ass. Calvin,
Mhm.
what is your weapon of the week
Oh,
this
we're
week?
going right into it.
What's been hitting the hardest in the Outlands for you, my dude?
So, like I've been saying the past, like, what, months, whatever.
Yes, yes.
The Sentinel has been always my go-to, especially on Broken Moon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because you get the long range, blah blah blah. So I seem to have, like, developed a habit of picking up sniper stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as that's sniper. That means, the skull piercer for the longbow, or the magazines, the butt
Yeah.
stocks, the scopes. I see them, I grab them just to
Yeah.
make sure that I'm ready when I do find a sniper rifle. But
Of course. Of course.
oftentimes I'm not finding sniper rifles for some reason,
Interesting.
or sniper rifles that I want. And like, so I have this weird thing. Like, if I pick up a skull piercer, I'm like, okay, then I'm not dropping this. I'm gonna find the longbow, and then I won't find a longbow for some reason.
No. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it always works.
Right. And so, or like if I pick up a magazine, then I'm not gonna pick up the charge rifle because I already have the magazine. So, anyways, all that to say that I haven't been really finding any sniper rifles lately. So I've been picking up the fucking Wango Dango, the wingman.
I was gonna say that's the wingman for people that don't speak cow.
That's Fuse. They find me a Wango Dango.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But dude, I wish he said that in game. I wish he was like, Wango Dango here.
Yeah.
You know, like skull pisser, put that on your Wango Dango. You know, like that would blow my mind, dude. Anyways,
Oh my god.
so the wingman, because like there's many mid to long range fights in Broken Moon, but it all comes down to those like weird mid close range fights, and there's no gun better mid close range than the wingman. There really isn't. There's like no damage drop on it. There's hardly any bullet drop on it. Like, it's still just chucks. So yeah, for me, it's the wingman. Sorry, long-winded answer.
No, it's fine. And you know what? You're right. Like, unless you're fighting, everything is either like a mid-range fight, like you said, or you're fighting Promenade. And if you're playing with me, you're not fighting Promenade because I will literally rotate through the storm and chance near death than fight there.
Oh, absolutely. It's
like 7. It's like it's almost worse than Fragment. Going Fragment.
No, it's not. See, here's the thing though. Fragments sucks because everyone lands there, and then by the time you get there, there's no loot, right? There's no like emergency loot, right? The loot that people left over. There's no emergency loot because everything's been taken already.
Yeah, you're right.
And then it's just like, you know, it's not a constant like third party situation. It's more like a like, oh, there's still kind of some residual fighting type of thing with Fragment. But with Promenade, it's just constant. You never get away from it. There's always another team who just got there and was like, all right, fuck everybody up. We're the best team. And then everyone had to come from all these locations, purple armors and red armors, some. And it's just like, why? So, no, I hate Promenade.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, my weapon of the week, man. I have been playing a lot of Overwatch as well, as Apex has really been mixing it up.
Yeah.
And but like I finally like I was having kind of a like last 2 weeks, you know, the negativity has been real on the show the last episode or two. Like I was really struggling with the pecs, man. And this week I refound my wings. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So like, you know, this whole season, like as a reoccurring theme of the show, I have guns where I'm like best gun in the game, and then next season I can't use it.
Right.
I refound my wings, so to speak, as I said a few seconds ago, with a lot of weapons this week.
Okay.
Namely the R301, the Hemlock, and the 3030. Obviously, you and I agreed that the R3 doesn't count for weapon of the week.
Doesn't count.
But you know, the Hemlock single fire is always great, but with the range you need on this map, man, my weapon of the week is the 3030.
Yes,
holy crap! I finally got back in my stride with that gun. The 3 times has been in the crafter a bunch this week. I think that helped. But man, it's just whether you use it with a shotgun, whether you use it with an SMG. It's weird. I've also been avoiding the shotguns this week. I've been all alternator, bro.
I love
alternator
that.
or car. Like, I mean, we know the Eva is my baby. And she hits.
Yeah.
You know, like, and especially that hip fire, like I'm great with it. I rarely lose a fight with the Eva, but man, the alternator and the car, but it's just been feeling so good, dude.
That's good, dude. I love that.
Yeah. Speaking of Nick Merckx, you know, even he's switched his like ALGS loadout is car G7 now. And I think that's very intelligent.
That's that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Especially with both guns being so good at hip fire. Like, it's like you're deadly medium range and you're deadly up close. Like, I love it, dude. I love it.
Yeah, no, the huge. I love that you picked the what you said. You said 30-30? Is that what you said? Yeah. That I love another skull piercer weapon. Like I don't find them often. I think for some reason my RNG for the skull piercer is like few and far between. But when I do, that's another thing that I pick up, and I'm like, you know, for sniper stuff, If
Mhm.
I find a stock, if I find a 2.4, I'm like, okay, I might save this just for a 30-30. Because
Oh, yeah.
I like mid long range, and so 30-30 is huge, dude. What a solid choice, man. And I was gonna
Right?
say about your shotgun comment, it's like Broken Moon's too big for shotguns, man. Like,
It is, but it seems to be the problem is it's like, you either get the team that is just sniping, or you get the team that's just pushing the shit out of you. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So the Eva is a great way to like, oh, this dude, if especially if you have the info, whether it's like from a scan character or whatever the fuck,
Mhm.
or a seer ult. If you see them coming around the rock, bro, you get that first rip with the Eva, and it's like they're
Yeah.
they're they're done, man. And
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
like Eva's one of the best, like other than the wingman, in my opinion, it's the best thing to pull out mid fight. Like if you know someone's cracked or low,
Mm,
especially if you're good with the double tap. Like if you break someone's shield and you double tap them, they're dead. That's
that's
it.
true. That's
That's
true.
it. But you're right. You are right, my friend.
Yeah.
Um,
I just think the map's too big. Like, I haven't used shotgun. Well, for two reasons. One, when I have used a shotgun, it's because I found a peacekeeper on someone's body. Um, and I'm like, oh sweet, I'll use a
yeah,
peacekeeper. Fuck it, let's go. But like other than that, I'm not picking up the Mastiff, like, for two reasons. One, I'm not good with it. Um,
true,
and
true.
and two, because like you do a lot of running around and
Hmm.
and getting to a certain point, and then someone's ripping at you from close to mid range, and you're like, man, like I wish I had a better gun to shoot them with than this stupid ass Eva. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
yeah. So solid choice, solid choice.
Hmm.
Listeners, viewers, what is your weapon of the week? Hit us up on all social media platforms. Comment, and
Always.
when we post our weapons of the week, and comment on this video too. Fuck it, who cares?
Yeah,
No
who
one's
cares?
judging you, dude. No one's judging you.
Yeah, we're definitely not.
Yeah.
Turd one and turd two over here are definitely not judging you. Don't worry.
Which one am I? Turd one or turd two?
I'm gonna let you choose because
I'm be
you're
turd
my
two.
friend.
Be turd
Okay,
two.
I'll be one.
Okay, perfect. Love that. All
But
right.
if it was
Real
the other way around, you'd
uh
be thing one and I'd be thing two. Just so you know.
What's the difference? I don't know the difference.
That's you know what you didn't pay attention when you were a child, and I'll let you go figure it out on your own.
Thank you.
Um,
Joe Cupcake, what kind of episode do we have ahead of us?
so we have a beefy episode coming up. We are going to talk about both of our opinions on how they can fix skill based matchmaking.
Love that.
But there's a few things I want to drop on everybody before we do that.
Let's hit it.
The first you won't be involved in, Calvin, because
Okay.
you don't really watch streamers or care.
Let's
Um,
go.
so I just had some fun, and I was thinking the other day, like I actually had a friend text me and was like, oh, like for fun, like if you wanted to make like a fun ALGS squad that you wanted to watch, who would it be? So I'm answering that question here on the show. If I had to choose like an ALGS team, not based on skill, just based on like the vibes being excellent, I would definitely have to go with Nice Wig, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Rambo from Guard, and Volhurst or Valhurst or whatever it is from TSM.
Oh no.
Um, uh, uh, Calvin, I was watching the ALGS last week, like all the placement matches are going on right now,
Yeah.
and there's this TSM gets pushed, all this stuff goes on, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like Hal's screaming his brains out per usual. Reps doesn't know what the hell's going on, and I'm pretty sure it was Volhurst, and he just is like, oh geez, like when they get wiped, it's just like so calm and quiet, and I was just dying laughing. So that would be my pro ALGS team,
For the
for
vibes.
for the vibes. Calvin, next couple things I wanted to bring up. There's two main things. Um, I know you don't want to talk about data miners, but I'm not talking about data miners. I want to talk about two things that the general Apex community is talking about. I've seen everybody posting these two things. Okay. Supposedly Arenas is getting taken out of the game next season.
Whoa.
Yeah, suppose again, large disclaimer, large supposedly attached to that. And
That's huge.
additionally, we're finally getting the Nemesis gun. I'm excited about this. Nemesis is a 3-round burst medium range energy weapon.
Okay.
Now, I don't know why you'd put this in the game when the triple take still needs some work, but more power, I'm still excited. I love like 3-round burst guns traditionally. You know, I'm a fan of the Hemi. I'm a fan of the Prowler. I think this gun's just going to
See,
slide
okay,
right in.
so it's a 3-round. The rumors is that it's a
Yes.
3-round energy gun.
Yeah, it's a 3-round burst.
But why do we have that when we already have the Hemlock that is 3? We have the Prowler that is 5. Like, why do we have another 3? You know, spice it up. Make it 2.
Or make it 4.
Make it 6. You know.
Technically, we have 2 if you put the double tap on the G7.
I mean, that's true. But
Yeah.
still, like, make it
Wait,
2.
isn't the Hemlock 4?
No, I said Hemlock is 3.
Isn't the
Prowler's 5.
Oh, that's right. The Hemlock is 3. You're right. You're right. Yeah, so maybe this will be 4. Who knows? I agree with you on the why. But I love energy guns. I definitely think overall they're my favorite weapon type, other than shotguns, of course. You know, so hey, you know, maybe instead of a legend, we do get a gun. You know, you and I
Yeah.
have been saying that hopefully the no new legend thing is correct. You know, maybe
Yeah.
that would be nice if we maybe did get a new gun and they actually worked on some quality of life stuff. Who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
And how do you feel about arenas leaving, Calvin? That's
Okay, first off, what's arenas?
fair, fair, fair. The thing they don't even mention in the patch notes are the weeklies. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that. So in your weekly like challenges, it doesn't say BR or arenas. It just says
Non-BR.
BR or non-BR. So you can get it done in LTMs or arenas. I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing, man. It was a long overdue, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
one of the biggest complaints about arenas is that no one cares about it. And not that that's a complaint, but it's a complaint
True.
because when they say no one, they mean the devs, because cheaters run rampant in arenas. Like, they are a crazy present in arenas. If you want to play ranked arenas, good luck, because you're going to be playing with cheaters. Like,
yeah.
People killing you with like P2020s, like, you know what I mean? Like, that they shouldn't be killing you with.
Yeah.
So it's a long
Yeah.
time coming. It was a good idea when it came out. Honestly, I
Mhm.
liked it. We all liked it. Everyone did, but they were just felt like something was missing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So okay, like
Yeah.
okay,
Also, not using the same ranked process, like having to do the placements and all that stuff. Like, I just think it was like a dropped, you know, it
yeah,
was just one of those things that just kind of got left in the game. And, you know, I think we talked about this last episode. Like, you know, the dev team really has to spice things up with this next season, man.
yep,
Like, like stream numbers, you know, come and go. Like, how many people watch a game, you know what I mean? But the amount of like clips of pros, you know, playing and watching and having negative comments about the game are increasing. I mean, the amount of pros that have stopped playing Apex, or streamers that have stopped playing Apex.
yeah.
I mean, hell, EA doesn't even support ALGS enough. We lost 4 North American teams this year,
Wow,
and I mean in the middle of the placement competition.
wow.
Yeah, like, because the teams are like, we don't have enough funding to keep Apex going because the game isn't quite big enough. But it's like not Apex. I'm sorry, I should not blame Respawn or the Apex team. This is more of an EA thing. You know, EA can put up what, $1 million prize pool,
Right.
but they can't like help support. And we talked about this last year for last ALGS, like, or not last year, earlier this year. Like, even when the teams fly out, EA only pays for the top 10 teams.
Yeah,
So that means
which is dumb, right?
because the top 10 teams can afford it anyways. It should be the bottom 10 teams you help.
right, right.
Like
But even then,
NRG and Nicewick literally paid for 2 of the teams travel to
yeah,
ALGS last year.
yeah, which is crazy because it's like the more the so one of the reasons why, and I don't hate the pros for this, but I hate the organizations for this, and it just so happens to be with the pros.
Yeah.
Is that when you're a pro, and this is just a true across the board, when you're professional and whatever it is you
Mhm.
do, when you are already like a known thing in the thing that you do, the organizations give you everything, right? So like if you would happen to catch a glimpse at, I don't know, someone's stream, they have like 100 some Apex packs just sitting there because they don't need to open them because they have
Yep.
everything already, right? They get codes, they get gift cards, they get shit like that to get points to get the things that they want in the game.
Yeah.
And so, and the reason why the organizations do that is because they know the greatest rule in all of money making in business is you got to spend money to make money.
Yep.
And so,
Yep.
if the if EA wasn't so greedy, they would know that spending money on getting all these people, these teams, these legitimate organizations who have teams out to go participate in their tournaments, make them
Yeah.
the best tournaments that they could possibly make them, throw a bunch of money at them, they're going to see the return
Mhm.
on that like twofold, threefold. Like it's pennies
Yeah.
in the bucket. Like so it doesn't make
Seriously.
any sense why they don't support and sponsor more of these tournaments so that keep
Yeah.
the game buzzing, because like you said, it's been nothing but negativity lately
Yep.
online, on Reddit, like everywhere in game, like
Everywhere. Everywhere.
everyone, for all intents and purposes, everyone hates the game right now.
Yeah.
Everybody hates it.
Well, and it's funny because even like the two most successful Apex streamers right now are Imperial Hal and Nick Merckx, and they're always surrounded in drama and bullshit, right? Which is fine. There's always people talking trash on Twitter. You know what I mean? Twitter is an important part of like the ALGS scene. That's how people keep track of everything and whatnot. I mean, listen, I don't like him, but the C9 team was one of the teams that went away, Calvin. And
Mm-hmm.
C9, those are the main dudes always stirring up the Apex shit on Twitter. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And like they're fucking hilarious.
I mean,
Regardless of what you think they're right or not. You know what I mean? So losing a team that's brought you a lot of views over the last 4 years, like because you're offering no support, like man, that's just a dumb business model.
listen. I can't follow any point that C9 makes because they never stay on the point.
Yeah,
That's an Overwatch joke.
I know. I got it. I got it. I don't know if the rest of the listeners got it, but I got it.
It was a bad joke.
Okay, that's fine. But
Okay,
anyways, yeah, I mean, really, like that's where I'm at, man. And on that note, Calvin, I want to get into the beef of our episode. All right,
I'm ready.
okay. I want to talk like we've joked about it, we've talked about it. You know, um, our friend Kodiak sent that interesting thing to our group chat the other day, Calvin, about how like literally the algorithm for skill-based matchmaking is like a public patent from EA.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And so basically, for those of you listening, if you don't understand how it works, the way the skill-based matchmaking is you are queued alongside other people that are the highest ranking in your group. So like if I play with Calvin, Kodiaks, and myself, whoever has the highest KD, highest stats in the game, the other people in our lobby are on average their level. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they've done this is they've come to find that you basically you're only really programmed to win, quote unquote, like or have a good game 1 out of every 20 games when you do the math.
Interesting.
And they've basically what I am interpreting the data that Kodiak's threw at me, and that I've done a little bit of my research as well, is that, as I like to call it, you chase that dragon. That's the appropriate amount of time. 30 games is too much. Like 10 games is too little.
Right.
That makes it seem too easy. But 20 seems to be the formula where people have been coming back to Apex Legends for 4 years now.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like ups and downs of like, how can you fix skill-based matchmaking? How can you change the algorithm? Why change something that has been profitable for so long just because your player base is mad? I honestly, knowing EA, I don't know what EA is really going to let them change, because we've seen how this works 1,000 times over with other studios and other games. So I'm thinking, this is my personal opinion, and I brought it up before, and the more I dwell on it, the more I think it's a good idea. I think it's Valorant, right? The higher you get, like you're capped with the number of people you can queue on. I think the easy solution here is like they already added the fill or no fill to the game.
Yeah.
Why can't you just add the opposite of that? Like it can't be that hard to do lobbies where everyone in the lobby is a solo queue.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the best fix. And the most immediate fix, if you want to leave the skill-based matchmaking everyone's unhappy with in the game, okay, that's fine. But at least make it so like when I queue by myself, I'm not getting rickrolled by 3 stacks because there's still a large percentage of the player base that doesn't play ranked.
Yes, huge.
But then pubs are where I'm literally only playing ranked unless I have a full team right now. I'm
Okay.
literally solo queuing ranked instead of solo queuing pubs, and it should be the other way around.
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth it because so many people are over ranked. There's basically no rewards other than a little tiny emote or, a little tiny thing you throw on the ground and like a dive trail that you don't even get to keep,
Right. Yeah, you don't even get to
And,
keep it anymore.
yeah. Plus the way they changed everything, what was it, this season or last season? Like, I'm sorry, but if you're a predator, you should not be able to have the ability to kill a gold or a plat. You just shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that plat is queued up with 2 diamonds, okay, that's a slightly different scenario.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But there's legit. We've all seen the screenshots and the clips of, oh hey, the team will land all spread out and be like, oh, this guy tried to kill me. He sucks. His whole team's probably gold. I'm just gonna go wipe him. Like, don't even come back me up, guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, like that. I understand why some of the quote unquote like pros or streamers are saying like this isn't fun.
Right.
So I think you eliminate. If you can't fix the skill-based matchmaking, you need to have a different option. Whether that's more control, more permanent rotating LTMs, whether it's either that or hey, I'm solo queuing. I only want to fight other solo queuers. I mean, I don't know. That's just my that's my 2 cents. Like without them actually altering the algorithm, that's the fix I see. That's easiest.
Okay.
Because at least then like it's a slightly more like even playing field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also I would love to actually get, my 120 frames, but that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother time.
Who knows when that happens?
Oh yeah, right. What about you, Calvin? What are your thoughts on this whole debacle? Is there an easy fix and is there a detailed fix like that you can think of?
So someone said it, and I think it was a pro like a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know who said it, to be honest. But I know I read it. And someone said that there should not be skill-based matchmaking in pubs. And
Interesting.
the reason for that is pubs is supposed to just be like you go in, you just throw everybody in and, see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's some merit to that because um how many predators are there? Right? How many
Yeah.
predators are there? How many masters are there? How many predators and masters are there?
Yeah.
And how many high level diamond players are there? There are way more people below that, right? So the probability that you're going to get every time you play, there's going to be a 3 stack of preds in your pubs match. You know what I mean? Who are just going to annihilate the entire lobby. Not often, right? And
I mean,
that's
more times than it should, but not often. You're
but
right.
not often, right? I mean, it's probably
Yeah.
going to happen. Probably, it's random, right? But there's way
Mm-hmm.
more people at the high, mediocre, and below level than there are
Correct.
other people. So there's no way that those other people are going to always be in every lobby that
Mm-hmm.
you're in. So
Okay.
that gives you the excitement of getting close to a win or even winning. And that's the fundamental problem with battle royales as a game mode in general
Mm-hmm.
is that people don't think that time was well spent unless they won.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's no time. There's no time to do anything fun in Apex Legends. There's no time. You
That's a
have
fair
to
point.
keep moving like PUBG. We had fun because we would just run around and we'll see something like something happening a bajillion miles away, and then like maybe shoot a sniper shot and run away, haha, giggle, right? But
Yeah.
Apex is always just like on the go. And so if you give more people the opportunity to get close to a win or even win, or the more opportunity to get high kills, high damn games, people will enjoy the game more. And I think like a good way to do that is to get rid of skill-based matchmaking in pubs. More people, you need more diversity in lobbies, in pub
Yeah.
lobbies. You need more diversity in pub lobbies. You do not need diversity in ranked. There needs to be a tightening of skill-based
Of
matchmaking in ranked.
yeah, the gap needs all they did was change the gap of how, of how the queues work. They just need to put that back to how it was.
Well, yeah, so it wasn't even the gap. They just made it so that it was the predator lobbies filled faster. And
Mm,
and so that, because that's the problem. Predators, how many, like I said, how many fucking predators are there, right?
yeah.
If all at some point all the predators were in a queue together, right? They would all find a match, right? But they're not all the time. And so because of that, their queue times are longer. But it's like I said a couple episodes ago, if you want to grind up to predator, that's your quote unquote reward, is that you get a longer queue time.
Yeah, that's your penance, dude.
Yeah, that you get a longer queue time to
Yeah.
wait to play the game because you decided to put yourself at the top of the fucking mountain. Sorry, it takes longer for other people to get there, right?
Yeah, true.
Um,
I'm
so
not even sorry about that, dude.
no, I'm not sorry either, right? Like that's
Yeah.
that
Yeah, exactly.
if you're the best of the best, why wouldn't you want to continue to playing with the best of the best? You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, exactly.
but they catered to the pros and
Of
gave them smaller
course.
queue time, so that meant that's why there's teams of gold playing with predators because they're
Yeah.
just filling up the queue times. Like it doesn't make any sense. I even saw a couple like silver people playing with the fucking predator, like
Ooh.
yeah, and it's because they're just throwing people in the lobby so that the people that higher up don't have really long queue times. But who cares? Like put on a queue time, your 20-minute queue time and read a fucking book. I don't know, man. Like eat a snack or something, you know?
Yeah.
Get your chat to donate something to you because they will for some reason. Um,
I mean, hell, Overwatch is a pretty popular game right now, and when you do the roll queue, unless you're playing support, like you're waiting 5 to 6 minutes for a game on average, anyways, and
yeah,
you barely. I mean, yeah, people don't like that, but everyone at this point in time has accepted that that's how it goes.
yeah, and what's funny is even Overwatch has changed their ranked queue style to more Apex like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I was playing and I was like gold 1, I think I was in like DPS or something. And I've come to find out that my tank was bronze and like it was just this mishmash of just random people and then I mean a legitimate bronze player cannot compete with like a top gold or
Mm-hmm.
even a platinum character. They just can't, right? That's
Yeah.
just that's why the ranking system exists.
Well, the other thing that blows my mind is I feel bad for the people who play ranked in Overwatch late in the season because like I'll be gold and then I'm like, hey, what rank are you to like our tank or someone I'm playing with? And he's like, oh, I'm doing my placements. And it's like, dude, like put the people doing placements with bronze.
Yeah.
This isn't it's not rocket science. Anyways, sorry, that's a
Anyways,
different game off subject. Yeah.
yeah, different game off subject. But and they did the same thing because they were trying to get the grandmasters and the master players faster queue times. That doesn't make any sense. That's not healthy for the game because I never played played Overwatch ranked, right? But I did
Hmm.
get to platinum last season, and
Congrats.
thank you. And I don't want to play with grandmasters. Yeah, maybe if in the right circumstances, I can be carried and hold my own in a grandmasters match. You know what I mean? But for 99% of the time, I'm gonna get smashed. Like I don't want to play against them. I'm not ready for that skill level yet, right? And
Yeah.
that's the same thing with Apex. Like, yeah, I could probably get to masters if I tried. I think I've gotten up to diamond 2
Hmm.
in Apex. But that doesn't mean I'm ready to play fucking Predators, you know what I mean? And that was, like, in my prime. Like, and still to this day, I can still get up to diamond, like, with some effort, but, like, I don't wanna play against Predators. I don't.
Yeah.
You know? To be honest, nobody does. And so and so
Nobody does.
and so it's like, like
Yeah.
get rid of that shit. Get rid of the catering to the queue times for the pros and to the good people. Let them wait so they can get a fair game, so we can get a fair game.
I agree. I agree.
Get rid
I'm
get
with
rid
it.
of get rid of skill-based matchmaking in pubs and tighten it up in ranked. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, pubs should just be fun. I mean, none of the maps other than like what maybe Stormpoint is just fucking 12 of the teams hot dropping in the same spot anyways.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So like, what does it even matter? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
and
that's true.
and with RNG, it doesn't even matter that the best team doesn't even mean the best team's per se going to win.
That's
Because
true.
if the best team drops and gets 3 Mozambiques and the worst team gets 3 R3s, I mean,
Right.
I'd still probably bet on the worst team, you know?
No, absolutely. Yeah. And like it's like that, and that's literally the whole point of battle royales is that the game, even though the map is the same, because of the RNG of the loot and the flight
Mhm.
path and everything, the game is supposed to play out different.
Yep.
And but in its current state, it's not.
Yeah. Correct. Okay. Well, I mean, do you have any other final thoughts for that point, Calvin? Or are you good?
I to be honest, all the bugs, right? All the
Yeah.
bugs, the audio issues, the whatever, right? Those can honestly take a back seat if if Respawn is able to make the game fun again. Stop catering to the pros. Make it so that it's not a fucking sweat stack every time you
Yeah.
play. People will forget about the bugs. They'll forget
Yeah.
about and they'll accept them. Like I play For Honor, right? And that game it didn't have a lot of bugs, but it was so fucking imbalanced. Um like it was just terribly imbalanced. Some characters were too strong, some powers were just too strong, right? But people had fun and people still enjoyed playing the game.
Hmm.
And that's why there's still surprisingly a lot of people who still play it to this day. Um, and it's because people just accept the game because it has a fun value. If
Yeah.
Apex went back to just trying to make the game fun for everyone and be more inclusive for all the play styles, people will forget about the bugs.
Yeah. They just released. I noticed this morning. I reposted it on our page. They released like for your controller. They released button toppers with like the Apex Games logo that are like performance enhancing like joystick toppers. And it's like so you have the time to make and well, obviously they didn't make it, someone else made it, but
Yeah.
you have the time to like devote the thought process to that and not quality of life stuff. Like
Right.
it's like so fucking annoying, man. Oh Jesus. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, Calvin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Well, it
even
makes me
either.
sad, man. It makes me sad because
Yeah.
we spent so much time on this game,
Yeah.
like we've played a lot of hours in this game, like over at least, I know I've done over 1,000 hours. Um,
So
but it's like, it just sucks because like I said earlier, everybody hates the game right now. Like everybody hates it, dude. No
yeah,
one's no one's happy with how the game is performing right now, and it's a depressing.
it is depressing.
So
Well, you know what, Calvin? I say we honor our boy Fuse with our Motherload Music segment, and then I say we call it at that because there's not that much to talk about right now.
that's
Like
true.
it sucks. We love the game. Our show's not going to go anywhere unless Calvin ends up leaving me. You know what I mean? Which Lord knows how that that's always a possibility with how fucking much of a psychopath I am. So, um, but that being said, Calvin, do you have an album selection for your Motherload music choice of the week?
I do. So, um, it's just announced like yesterday or today or something like that. My absolute favorite band, Periphery, is going on
Oh,
tour. And they're bringing, but they're not even the headliner. Fucking Under Oath is the headliner, which is so sick, dude. And they're coming to San Diego, so I'm really fucking stoked about that. But they're also bringing along another up and coming, very popular band right now called Loathe, and Loathe is like Deftones, like Periphery, some like chunky Meshuggah riff type shit like that.
yeah,
And Loathe released an album about 2 years ago called "I Let It In," and it took everything. And that album just fucking slaps, dude. It literally spans the spectrum of like rock heavy music. It's just so good. Really good music, really good singing, really good screaming. Just a solid album. Definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. It's really, really good. Joel
I
Cupcake, what
love
about you?
that. I am going with a band from Sin City,
Mm,
from Las Vegas, Nevada. There was an old hardcore band back in the day called Folsom. I don't know if you
wholesome.
remember
Yeah.
that name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
the singer and I believe the guitar player are doing a new project. It is called Spirit World. They just
Ooh.
released an album called Death Western. It's like it's just if you like terror, hate breed, just like heavy, like I'm gonna go lift some weights music, but it's like
Yeah.
written by dudes that have this southwestern influence. Like a lot of the riffs and the chords are like, is that a banjo or is that a guitar? Like
Really?
there's a couple songs on there, Calvin, that like the riffs, especially, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so that just came out and I've been jamming that, man, and it's been fucking sick. It's like really good. Like just like I put it on when it's like I put it on the other day because it was pouring rain when I was driving and I needed to like be amped and like pay attention, you know what I mean? So I put that on and I was just like,
That's funny.
yeah,
I was actually wearing my hate breed shirt yesterday too. That's funny.
dude, fuck yeah. Did you get any comments on it?
I mean, it was raining all day, so I stayed inside. So
Oh,
I
cute.
complimented myself. I was like, "Hey, nice
Hey,
shirt,
that's all
babe."
that's how you start the day, brother. That's how you start the
Right,
day.
right. Let us know if you have any music picks for this week or whatever it is you're listening to on all our social media platforms. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Uh, Let us know. Comment. Throw out some albums. Something maybe we've never heard before. I mean,
Ooh,
hate to break it to you, Joe and I know a lot of music. So hit us up. Let us know if it's something new. I want to listen to it. Um,
same.
Joe Cupcake. Is that the
Calvin,
show?
Calvin, I think we're done, dude.
We're
I
done,
think
dude.
it's I think we're gonna leave us instead of a beat Mosdam beat comment. I'm gonna remind you, don't stop to heal. If they're low, just keep shooting. Just run in.
That
Just
okay,
run in.
so
I'm
for
so
those
tired of people that don't know this mechanic. Like,
so longtime listeners probably remember this from our early episodes. We used to give tips like every time we
hmm
did an episode. And that was one
hmm
of the things, like one of the very first things that we said. And that is so fundamental to Apex is not healing. There
yeah,
there's you if you and your teammate zero in on one person, you can down that one person faster. It'll take faster than it'll take them to take half your health. Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
damage, the way the damage just you can put on someone is so quick. So if you and your teammate are pushing someone who you know is weak and you don't 100% health, just fucking push. Just push.
yeah, yeah,
Kill him. The worst that can happen, the worst that can happen is you guys fucking suck and you get killed. But 9 times out of 10, if you push that team, you're gonna win.
yeah.
Stop healing. Stop healing.
Yeah, I've been playing with a lot of friends and that are, usually pretty aggressive. And
Yeah.
so even as like caustic, I haven't been playing a lot of caustic. I'm playing a lot of crypto and Gibby this
Mm.
season. But like I'm like 3 kills away from 1,000 kills with Gibby, by the way, Cal. So I'm stoked
Nice,
on that.
dude.
Yeah. But it's just I've been winning more fights and I'm being less passive. I'm being less
Yep.
safe, because a lot of times I'm out of position or I'm the one, like I get it. I will like get too horny and push fights way too hard sometimes
Yeah.
without having the scan go off or getting all the data. And so sometimes I drop back, but it's like if you're gonna pop a bat, in the amount of time you pop that bat, your two teammates can go down. So maybe
Yep.
pop a cell and run back in and help them fight. Or if you're in the middle of a fight and you broke somebody and they dip around the corner to pop a bat, just rush them. Just rush
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Like my KD's been going up a lot this week. My higher skill friends, a lot of people have been complimenting some of the plays I've been making and like, oh,
Hmm.
hey, some people are like, watch the pros, learn what they do, study. No, 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 no. Just you have to be confident in your gameplay and try to have a little bit of fun, you
Yeah.
know. But like if you're just like, oh, I got, half my one sliver of shield taken down, I have to sell. Like, I play defensive characters. There's a difference between playing defensive and playing passive. Don't play passive.
Yeah.
You'll
Don't
have
play passive.
you'll it it's kind of like the shit or get off the pot,
Yeah.
put up or shut up, whatever mentality, and it applies to Apex. And that's it. That's what I'm leaving us with. Run it.
You know, okay, hold on. I'm gonna add on. I'm gonna add just real quick. One last thing. So when the people say watch what the pros do, don't do that. Do you know
No,
why?
don't do that.
But do you know why? Because the pros are playing with other pros. So
Yes.
so fucking, you know, Nice Wig, whatever, he's playing with someone who can one clip someone instantly, right? Every
Mhm.
time. He's playing with two people who can easily one clip you with a Mozambique. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Like
Exactly.
like they are good. They can do stupid shit and get away with it because they know
Yeah.
they have two teammates who can and will back them up at a
Yep.
moment's notice. You're not. So so don't do that. Okay, love you.
Bye.
Bye.